Hello. Okay, so we got a few people here already. Cool. Awesome. Now I hope that I can. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've got a few minutes, 20 minutes or so to go. So I just wanted to say hi and make sure that I was here and that you guys can hear me because I won't be able to have my headset in today. So, hey, Quail's Heart, welcome. Thanks for being here. Okay, so let me just make sure I got this right. Hey, Deborah, thanks for coming in. Hey, Kathy. Hey, guys. How are you? Okay, so as long as you can hear me, thanks, honey. All right. Hi, Siobhan. So I'm really curious. Hi, Stella. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Blaine. Okay, you guys can hear me okay. I tend to shout anyway. Jada, welcome. Thanks for coming in. I hope you guys are going to enjoy what we're going to do today. There's so many things that I want to do, but we'll just see how we go along in this manifesting webinar that we all need. And I will be turning the chat off when I begin the actual webinar until it's question time. So I'll tell everybody when they get in here. But thank you for coming in, and let me know where you're tuning in from. Hi, Denise. Welcome. And I'm going to start off, make sure that I've got my sage burning. So we will start the actual webinar at 1:15 my time. So we've still got a few minutes. Hi, Anakalia. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Marie. Oh, Elisa. Hi, Elisa. Phoenicia. Oh, hi. How you going? Haven't seen you for ages. So I'm really glad that you guys are here for this webinar today. We've got someone in Miami. Wow. Obviously, my husband and I are in Colorado, so that's cool. We've got South Africa. We've got birds coming as well. South Africa, thanks, Florentine, for being here. And I hope that you guys are ready for some interesting information, and we'll enjoy this a little bit of a webinar. Hi, Quail's Heart from North Carolina, from Illinois, Denise. Thank you, welcome. Thanks for being here. And what ends up happening is I kind of put my teacher's hat on. So when all that starts happening, I'll be kind of a little bit more serious. Hi, Blaine. I won't be able to answer questions, so I've decided I'm going to just turn the chat off so I don't get distracted. And we're going to have question and answer time. We'll be talking about the topics as well, so you can ask questions about the topic as we go along, and I'll let you know. Debbie Rhoda, hey, Debbie. And Stella's from Texas. Obviously, Kathy's in New York. Kathy's in New York. She's so nice. I love my Kathy. Hi, Amanda. Amanda's in the UK. Oh, the dramas. Awesome. And Akalia is in Los Angeles. Nancy's from Newfoundland. I always get it wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it. Newfoundland or Newfoundland. Love Doggies from California. So awesome. So you guys, I realized that I sent out a newsletter and I didn't give you what time it was. I'm like, oh my God, Newfoundland. Patricia is trying to transform herself possibly. Is always listening to you guys. Love your adorable picture. Thanks. Newfoundland. Okay. Thanks, Nancy. That's awesome. Yeah, so I realized I didn't even give you guys what time, so I'm glad that you looked at other things because I'm really, really happy that you guys are here. El Marie, love you. Nancy, April, I'm here. Oh, good. I'm so glad you got it the second time. That's actually happened a couple of times in people's readings. they get it. The second time they listen to it, they can get it. Okay. Hey, Bonnie. Sweet Bonnie. Hey, Katie. Hey, guys. Okay, you guys are welcome. Thank you. So, no, D, I don't. I make them on big foam boards. Dragon food. Hi, Les. Hi. 50th time couldn't get it to load. Oh, for goodness sakes. Yeah, you just click on the actual recording itself and don't worry about trying to download it, but it might be because of your internet, who knows. But normally I don't really have people with that much trouble. I'm sorry you did. There must have been an important message in there for you, April. Usually that's what happens. Yeah, welcome to class. Yeah. Yep. Well, hopefully you guys are going to get a lot out of this. We're going to do meditations that you can follow along with, really easy ones as well. And some stuff that we're going to do some worldwide energy as well. Oh gosh. Okay, Lisa, that's good. All right. You'll have to make me an important person in your emails. Yep. Hopefully you've got a pen and paper. All right. If not, you can just listen to this again because obviously it's live and it will go up when it decides to go up and you'll be able to listen to it. And, oh God, I'm on TV. Hi everyone at April's house. What was I going to say? Yes, you'll be able to listen to it again. You'll be able to take notes. You'll be able to go back to it. We'll be able to do, and also I have to let you know, that I have already organized, it's coming out. So Bobby's going to put the link for the next webinar, which is going to be about angels and guides. So that one's going to be quite a big one as well. In fact, this one here is a free one, so you're not going to get as much, we're not going to have as much time as we do in our regular webinars, but who knows? I get talking and that's it. And in the other webinars that we do that are longer, you receive information and PDFs and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be working on angels and guides, and that's going to be the 20th of June. So thanks, Dee. That's awesome. I think my channel should be bigger as well, but I think sometimes when you're onto something, it's like, I don't know, YouTube kind of watches everything, I guess. And they don't want everybody getting well, do they? They don't want everybody getting smarter or more knowledgeable or waking up to who we are. I'm not sure. With this webinar, this is a manifesting webinar today. So we're going to do, first we're going to do some connections and activations, all right, to get us going. We're going to be focusing on world issues as well. Of course, we'll probably send the dragons out to take care of all this stuff going on and all this craziness, etc., and lift the energies. And we're just going to be in that space to start with. It's very, very powerful to start with that. And once we're in that space, then you're going to better be able to retain the information for the manifesting stuff. You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming in. Hey Marissa. Marissa was so excited. Hey Marissa from Long Island. I think you are. Long Island, I think that's it. And I'm really, really grateful for some of you who are sharing this. So, yep, Long Island, there she is. There's some New Yorkers here. That's really cool. And then we're going to get into the manifesting stuff. So, and we'll do some questions and answers as well. And as I said, we have 15 more minutes before we get started. So it's a really good idea. If you have questions about this webinar and what we're going to be working on, or you've got something that you would like the dragon stuff, cool. And I have so much information in this head of mine that we could be here quite a while. Hey Katie Cat, thanks for joining. I know some people had conflictions with where you live, you know, and I'm really sorry. That's why being live like this, it will get posted and you guys can watch it anytime you want to. Gives you an idea of the way in which we will do things for the other webinars, although they're very much more more writing for me. For me, I've got just dot points. That's all I've got today. Yeah, I remember you, Seth. Don't worry. Yep, I remember you. It's awesome. And I'm really glad that you're here because I know what your situation is, of course, as well. And there's so many interesting things going on. Oh, 12:30 a.m. Oh, oh, wow. Thank you. And of course, if you really want to, everybody, you can send a little donation or a tip or whatever for my time, and I'm happy. If you don't, that's fine as well. It's all good. I'm just trying to think what else we got to have here ready to go. All right. So so we're getting, there's quite a few people coming in. I really hope that we do get a lot of people here so you can all be in this energy. Hey, Bets. Welcome. Thanks for being here. All right. So as I said, I have just a few dot points and that's what I'm going with. I have a few meditations for us as well and declarations that we can use because everybody is able to manifest. Hey, Michelle. And of course I've got personal stories so that you guys don't feel so alone as we go into all of this. And I'm holding on to a little piece of selenite, and I've also got this is really interesting. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. It's called celestial quartz, and there's this little thing inside it. You might not be able to see it because of the sun, but this celestial quartz is really good for your crown chakra and opening up stuff here. Brenda's trying to get everyone out. Isn't it? Yeah, it's really pretty. It's got like, to me, it reminds me of a pagoda or something like that inside of it. So I've been using that. And so it is. Well done, April. Hi, Morgan. My little fairy over there in California. Awesome. It's funny, I see everybody's little pictures and you can kind of tell what energy you guys have, which is nice. Oh, thanks, Anakalia. Oh, hi, Morgan. Nice. Awesome. Well done. And we're going to get started, like I said, at 1:15 sharp, I said on the notice. So that it gives a chance, because a lot of times I start talking and everyone's just coming in. So I hope you can hear me. I've got to keep this camera kind of close to me because I can't put the headphones in today while we are filming because it's going to be charging up at the same time. Yay, Wendy, this is a webinar day today. A webinar for all of my dear people. Hi, Hippie. I hope that you guys will enjoy the information. And as I said, I have the new webinar all ready to go. Be sending out registrations to you guys soon for angels and guides and ascended masters as well we're going to work on. So Katie, all right, so when I get started with the webinar, I know people are just coming in, but when I get started I am going to turn the chat off so I won't see that. I mean, of course you guys can chat amongst yourself, and then I'll get to certain parts and I'm going to ask everybody for what their opinion is, etc. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. All right. And here in Colorado, last night, there was a shooting just around the corner from where we live. And we both heard it. We were watching TV and we both heard it. I'm like, what's going on with everybody, People are going a little bit... stir crazy, I think, or corona crazy. I know. There's a couple of times that's happened. Oh, thanks, Elisa. I know, it was right around the next street over from us. And we heard this pop, pop, pop. And then Bobby heard pop, pop, pop. And I'm like, oh my God. So we just turned the television down and that's what happened. Everybody's been triggered, I tell you. People are sick of being locked up and going stir crazy, you know what I mean? 15 shots apparently. Yep. Oh my God, Deborah. Oh. But don't worry everybody, because it's all changing. Okay, we're going to get out of all this. Wow. Goodness me. Yeah. And people are really protesting around the place as well. There's been horrible things that have been happening. Yeah. Yeah, we're safe. We've had another shooting at the end of our street not so long ago as well. And this is not a bad area, like where we are. This is not a bad area at all. But yeah, things are coming up for people to heal, right? So that's what's ended up happening. And a lot of people are just sick of it being trapped up. And it's weird because now we're out. We're allowed out a little bit. And now everybody goes, wah! So I don't know. It's not good. But the light is already winning. Just want to say that. The light is already winning, okay? All right, we've got a few more minutes, everybody. And as I said, this is a manifesting webinar. I want to hear about your results in the next week, in the next month, or whatever starts to happen as we learn more intently about being able to manifest as well, right? We learn more intently about why there's a blockage in our manifestation also, okay? And of course, I've got stories of my own. And psychic level 2, not too sure yet. First, I'm not sure, because I still want to repeat number 1 as well, because I know a lot of people missed out on number 1. So June, July, perhaps I'll do level 2 with our psychic abilities, and it's going to most likely be on our empathy, okay? So I'm not sure yet though. I'm leaving it. Yeah, I have stories about manifesting. Oh my God, you guys are going to crack up laughing. From where I've been to where I am now is just a lot. And we're also going to be doing this too. Brenda, that was horrible. I missed something. I come in and I missed something. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, right. Yes. Mass shooting. I know. Horrible. Horrible. All right, everybody. And they had one, I think Nancy said they had one. Yeah, see. Yeah. What I might actually start doing is there's going to be some other ways in which you can access webinars. So there'll be some way, sometimes I'm going to do things that it's just the recording and the lesson subjects, like the lessons that you'll get and the information and PDFs that you get, and it'll just be recorded. It won't be so much live, so that you can go onto it anytime you like as well. So I'm going to be also in the back of it doing that as well for you all as well. Oh, thank you, G. Thank you very much. So I really appreciate all your little tips too. I hope you guys will enjoy what we're going to do today. And I told everybody 15:15, so 5 minutes. Okay, Rebecca. Meow. Gosh. Thank you, G. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, so as far as old webinars that I've already done, I'm going to repeat Psychic Level 1. I'm going to bring out Psychic Level 1 and 2. Dragon Level 1 is going to be repeated. And then we'll go into the Dragon Level 2. But I'm actually thinking of creating the ones that I've already done as a little bit of a different format. Okay? And so you'll get a chance to learn everything you need to learn. And some of my classes are going to be going into much bigger classes as well. So today we focus on, first we're focusing on worldwide peace, and we're going to do meditation about connecting ourselves with that, and connecting ourselves within, and opening up our activations, so opening up our energies. And then we're going to be moving into some manifestation work, and we're going to be having a break after each little section to talk. Okay, looking forward to some powerful I know And the thing is, at the end of it, once you understand how manifestation really works, you'll be able to also pick up where you're going downward and you're blocking yourself off as well. So we've got a lot of stuff to do. Okay, and of course my own question, like your own questions about this particular thing. So I'm not doing readings and all that kind of stuff on this webinar today, but you can ask me questions when we get to those sections about whatever it is you need to. So thank you very much, guys. 111. Yes, awesome. Okay, so we got a couple of minutes here. Everybody get a paper and pen if you need it, or if you need a pee or something like that, do it now. All right, so we can get started in just a minute. And Paula Santo, sage the house, whatever you want to do. I've got candles on, got crystals going. All right, we're going to have a drink with the lime. Hey, Alex. Okay, paper, pen time. You won't need it right away anyway. First one we're going to do is connect. All right, I've got a few, yeah, we will, don't worry. I've got a few exercises for us to do, okay? And so whatever you get, we're going to, whatever messages that come through, we're going to be in a place of receiving today. So you don't want to always have your switch on. But today we're going to turn our switch on, so we are in receiving mode from messages coming from Spirit as well. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. When I get started, I am going to be turning the chat off on my end, but my husband, Bobby Failsafe, and G Mason, of course, they will still be there. So I will then come back in. Hey, little sister, thanks for coming in. And we'll see what we can do today. 3 more minutes, everybody. I promised everybody that they had until 1:15, so we will do it. And then I'm going to get started with you guys. Hey, Dana, thank you. Thanks, Bobby. Hey, Margaret, thanks for being here. Thanks, everybody. And I'm glad we've got the super perfect day outside. It just gives the perfect light, you know. I don't even have to put a light on, which is good. So we have this perfect clear light. Okay. Couple of minutes, folks. And welcome again. We are going to be really opening up some ancient portals today as well. So I am going to get my stuff here ready to go. Okay. Tries. Alrighty. All right, everybody. Almost ready to go. And very, very interesting little connections that we're going to have. Rochelle. Okay, welcome, Rochelle. Thank you. And hopefully you guys will enjoy. If more people come in, well, they're just going to come in. I can't stop. I really, really am grateful for each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for joining in. Okay. And so we're going to start getting ready. Oh my God, Kathy, you wanted to make sure I saw that before I... Thank you, Kathy. We'll have to talk soon. Oh my God, you got so much to tell me. I know it. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate all of you for being a part of this and enjoying this session. So let's begin, okay? Firstly, welcome and thank you guys for being here, of course. I know, Kathy. Right? And what we're going to be doing is a series of activations. Okay, so we're going to have this series of activations. I'm just going to... all right, so I'm just closing the chat down. So if you're talking to me, I'm really, really sorry because I'm closing this chat down so I can get going. Okay, so what we're going to do to begin with is activate very, very slowly some different energies within us, and also get rid of anything that's standing in our way of abundance of any kind. What can happen is that throughout our life we go through wishing for things, or wanting things to happen, or wanting changes to occur, and wanting to have all these big things, wanting to have money, wanting to have all of this stuff, but yet at the same time we feel bad for that, so we feel guilty. What if we had these things and people are jealous of us? Or what if we have these things and people have a problem with us, or they're going to steal from us, or we don't want to be in the public eye? And what if we have all this money and we're suddenly in the public eye? So we kind of frighten ourselves away from manifesting our dreams. So what I want to talk to you guys about as we're going through different meditations, etc., is about your worthiness to receive. And also that you know deep down in your heart that if you were given all that you ever wanted, that you would also share this in a humble way. That you can actually control your manifestations in your life as well. You know, you don't have to be in the public eye if you're all of a sudden famous for something. You can be quite distant. You know, there are many people who we know who are famous. We know who they are, but we're not in their lives all the time. They're not always there, you know, so they keep a very quiet profile. We also want to be working on manifesting the world that we want to live in, so that everybody has abundance on every level. So everybody's healthy, everybody has abundance, everybody is awakening and having a beautiful, much easier life than the life that we've had to grow up with, and the sacrifices that we've had to make in our lives as well. And I've got many, many stories as we go along too about how I began to learn more about creating abundance and just manifesting things in my life out of nowhere. My kids always joke. They're like, oh, don't worry, mum will just pull it out of her butt. You know, she just pulls something out of her butt. They don't worry about anything. They left it all up to me because they knew no matter what was going on that I would be able to just think about it, focus about it, and let it go and manifest things, right? So manifesting is also about your dream job, your dream career, a house that you want to be at, a location that you want to be in, or more than one location. I mean, I'd like to have a house in Australia and have a house here and a healing center over there and somewhere in Sweden and in Ireland, and, you know, just beautiful places all around the place. So obviously when I go and do these webinars or whatever in person, I can be in any one of those locations. So I've always seen myself kind of doing that thing, and as a result, kind of feeling like I need to move every now and then as well. So what we're going to do is do some meditations to begin with, open up our activations, and we're going to talk our way through certain things as well. We're doing a meditation for worldwide cleanse. I have some dot points in front of me, so I'm trying not to get too far off of track. We work with the power of your mind to be able to manifest. Why manifesting may not have worked for you. Why do you try to manifest and nothing seems to happen, right? It seems hard. Also limiting yourself, why you do that, or how you're doing that. Releasing any kind of contracts, preventing your abundance as well. And declarations for powerful release also. And secrets to manifesting pretty much anything that you want. Okay, the only limit to manifesting is your mind. So what you think about is what you're going to be able to, where you think it ends is where it will end. And why we should have things. Why is it important for us to actually have things? You know, because I used to think it was greedy to have things. I'd be like, ooh, you know, I don't want to appear greedy. I don't want people to think that I've just got my money out of taking it from people or something, you know. I was very, very like scared of having money, even though that's the thing that I wanted. And also the connection with money was always a negative one, because it was like paying bills or buying food or paying this bill, getting this thing, getting that thing, and fixing the car and it's always money seemed to be an agitation. It's like you want it, but it was an agitation to actually have it. So we're going to explain all of these things. So just a moment. I'll just make sure that I've got this going correctly. All right. I don't know why that's sitting there. Okay. All right, everybody. So, oops, sorry guys. Okay, so I can do that. That's good. Alrighty. So let's get started with getting ourselves ready. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves just listening to my voice, making some declarations, repeating after me if you can, and just doing it in your own way. When you have your own personal reading with me, we do this kind of little exercise at the beginning of every single reading together. So as you're listening to it, well, you know, you're also in that space of receiving the knowledge and the wisdom and the information. So we want to do this, and we're going to be calling on what we call our light team. And our light team are comprised of our angels, guides, loved ones, ancestors, animals, gods, goddesses, dragons, fairies, whatever it is that you like to work with, or you have been working with in the past, or whatever it is. And instead of naming all of them, I'm going to name them our light team, okay? I'm also going to be opening up our connection with our higher self, and the connection with source, the higher self, and ourselves, right? It's really important, because source, higher self, and us, once we really connect in with that, you're not going to be able to miss anything. Out of everything that you say is going to be very, very wise. It's going to be coming from spirit. It's just going to come out of you. So people always ask me, how do you just do all this? Well, I'm always connected with that, so that everything that comes out of my mouth, I don't even have to think about it. Isn't that amazing? Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't even have to think about it, which was one of my biggest problems. I manifested an ease of speaking. Okay. So anyway, we're also going to be opening activations to receive abundance on every level. So that's going to be interesting how that abundance comes to you, okay? It may come in a very unusual way. So let's start. Try to keep your hands open, all right? And on the top of your legs, be comfortable. Sit somewhere, lie down, doesn't matter. Just as long as you're not crossing your ankles, which I have a bad habit of doing, and you're just keeping all the energy flowing. Okay. So closing your eyes. Okay, so closing your eyes, and first of all, you just need to give permission for your light team, your higher self, and for source energy to be working with you. So you can repeat after me. I hereby give permission for my light team and source and my higher self to be working with me and through me now. I am open to receive beautiful healing activations throughout my whole body, grounding me to the center of the earth and connecting me to the center of the universe as well. As a sovereign light being, I hereby call upon my higher self, my light team, and source to purify my body of stagnant energy and old patterns and trauma. Any energies that are not in tune with high vibrations, I now release immediately and allow abundance to flow easily to me. I hereby open completely to receive financial abundance and abundance in every single way. I know that I am worthy of the greatest gifts of abundance. I release any blockages in any direction of time. I release any energy related to past life energy where I may have blocked my flow, where I may have made promises about being wealthy. I hereby ask that any energies that are holding that promise in my life, I hereby set them free with thanks and love for their compassion and support in trying to help me. And now I wish them freedom and allowing my own self the freedom to choose my future with nothing holding me back ever again. And we give thanks to our light team, our higher self and source for supporting us all today, placing us in deep protection, but also allowing us to receive exactly what we need to hear today to make changes in our lives and for the lives of our family and for the future of the planet. We also give gratitude for the planet itself. We are so grateful that planet Earth is able to breathe and have a rest and reset. And we ask for source energy and universal energy to protect Mother Earth in pure golden light, reactivating every person on the planet into their true and higher self, and awakening humanity into peaceful, abundant bliss. And we imagine now and give thanks for a golden light, a pyramid of light completely surrounding the entire earth and everyone and everything within it. And so it is. Okay, so you can just open your eyes as we begin. That was our first little beginning. So it's like, wow, we're awake now, okay? You may have felt some different things shifting and moving from your body. So before we get into anything else, I'm just going to turn the chat back on. I just want to hear from some of you how you felt during that little section. Do you feel that little bit of calm release right now as you're in this place of receiving? Okay, good, super grounded, fantastic. This is really important. Thank you guys. I wanted to know. Okay, so that just gets us going. Buzzing? Yeah, me too. Feel calm, grounded. Okay. People are seeing colors. That's awesome as well. I know. I was nearly tearing up when I thought about the world. That's so beautiful. Okay. Wayne felt like an earthquake. Legs are tingling. That's interesting because so are mine, quails. Grounded. Come through. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. So when I talked about releasing the energies from a past life kind of thing, When we talked about that, did you feel something pulling away or little tugs somewhere? Blue and white colors, nice. Okay. Good, Manisha. When we yawn, that's part of us going deeper as well. Yawning and stomach grumbling also. Yes, so some people may feel some things leaving their body. Yeah, fantastic. Good. Yes, I know, Shanna. Same here. We've got it in Denver. Okay, nice. So just remember, this is just the start. We've got a few more things that we're going to get rid of. So you have to cut the energy from a past life. That's one thing, but also releasing those energies that are keeping that promise going. Like that's their job. Like you gave your guides or your angels or whatever a job. I don't want to do this, and they've stood there. So we have to release them of their duty, and that's sometimes what you feel as well, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'll keep going. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is, okay. I'm going to take you, since we're in that meditation mode, I'm going to take you through another really, really simple exercise to bring everybody into a whole new awareness, like really quickly. This is going to be very personal for you as well. This next section is going to be personal for you, and you may want to come back to this recording at some time and do it again. So you've got a little bit more time to write things down or whatever you need to do. But if you do have a pen and paper handy, after we do this next exercise, I'm going to be asking you to write down what you experienced, okay? Because we're going to step into a little bit of another dimension as well. Yep, exactly. So I'm going to, I know, Shanna, that's what's been going on here too. I'm going to now just turn off the chat so I can get into this next thing. So I'm not going to see your chat, okay? But I appreciate you all being there. And we'll come on and we'll do these little, I'll do these little things. And at the end, we're going to have a larger question and answer time about the whole manifestation webinar, okay? So the next little exercise that we're going to do, so remember that you're already grounded, and you also have awakened all of your upper chakras, which go right into the center of the universe. So maybe for the first time in a long time, you are completely aligned. So this is a really good time, a really safe time to be open to seeing things. Some people can't see things. I want you to use your imagination as much as you can. Pretend, use your imagination. What do you think something would be like? What do you think the color gold is? What does it remind you of? That kind of thing. As we go into this next exercise, we're going to be moving into a different portal. And it's going to require you to be looking at where you were and also focusing on where you actually want to be, okay? So everybody just close your eyes for a moment as I talk to you about this one. Okay. All right. So we're going to do this one, and then we're going to be talking about some other things. But this is very, very powerful little exercise that you can use. So firstly, we have our light team with us. And we have source energy flowing through. We have universal energy and support. We have the support from our higher self with us, expanding our awareness and also activating our abilities as well. And I want you to imagine for a moment that all the way around you is a spiral of golden light. Has a very small spiral in the middle, and it goes around and around and around, and you can see this spiral around you. You are in this very center of this golden spiral of energy. Just use your imagination. Hold an intention of a spiral of golden light being around you. That's all you have to do. Next to you is your light team supporting you and holding your hand, and your higher self supporting you as well as source energy, of course. Now, just imagine yourself looking downward slightly. Look down slightly, and underneath you, have a look at different times in your life. Just see them coming very quickly. A marriage that went wrong maybe, graduation time, giving birth to kids, going to school, what it was like when you were young. Just let it flash by very quickly, what it was like growing up, where you lived, your bedroom when you were little, if anyone shared it with you, your school that you went to when you were small, and then high school. All these little milestones that you've been through are underneath your feet. Your nervousness or fears that you've had, struggles that you've been through, people that you've had to let go of, people that you've lost. Just know that you're protected and safe as you look over and scan over different areas of your life, knowing at this point, as you look at all of these things, and your memory will take you to a lot of different things, try to just be observing, try not to go into feeling, just be observing of these things, very quickly moving on to the next memory. Look how far you have already come. Even from last month or last year. Look how different you see things now, and how you process things, and also your own spiritual journey. What was it like 5, 10, 15 years ago compared to now? And just as you're looking at these different things, you do feel a sense of pride for yourself, like, oh my God, I have really actually come a lot further than I think I have come. And I've managed every single step of the way. And your light team and source energy hold you that little bit tighter now. And they move you up, up, up the spiral of energy. So you're sitting near the top of the spiral now. And you've advanced. And you have brought yourself into a place of lots of dreams and wishes coming true. And I want you to see yourself now with the abundance that you want. How do you look? With the place that you want to live in, how does it feel? Bit by bit you can see things beginning to unfold. You can sense it, you can feel it, some of you can hear it. Whatever it is for you, just take it. I want you to feel yourself completely free of anything that has ever been holding you back. See yourself free of bills and financial worries and concerns. See your children, if you have any, happy, healthy, and well because you are. See issues being resolved, people visiting each other again, the world calm and green and lush and vibrant, and people really being appreciative of their life and therefore manifesting very easily a brand new life and a brand new situation for themselves. See yourself speaking if that's what you want to do. See your own business if that's what you want to have. See yourself in the most amazing, pure, calm, peaceful, youthful place. And know that you have now, through the power of your own mind, activated these things as your reality right now. There's no going back down there. You've activated these things into your reality by thinking of them, by feeling it, by just focusing on it for a moment and letting it be, letting it become. Awakening to how easy it is and how much happier you and all those who know you are because of it. How many animals you might save, or people that you might help, whilst being the happiest you've ever been. And your light team hug you, congratulate you, and tell you that they're always going to be with you. They will help you. They will bring opportunities. They will bring strength. They will bring the way forward, but let go of the details. And you're very grateful, and you give thanks as well. Feel yourself lighter and at ease. And now just bring your awareness back to where you are in your physical body, of course, grounded and protected, supported and safe. And I want you to, if you do have a pen and paper, just write down the first things that you experienced in this little exercise. And remember, so it is. Okay, you can open your eyes. All right, and just writing down how you felt, or maybe let me know. I'm just going to put the chat on for a moment. Okay. All right, how does that feel, everybody? You may feel, yeah, complete support. I actually felt, even though it's me, I felt something leaving my third eye. Purple, green, and the spiral had to work to make it gold. Oh, that's okay, Marissa. If those were your colors, you could have stuck with those colors. That's cool. But I'm glad you got there to get it gold. So as you felt yourself going up, was that an easy process for you to see yourself in moving up? Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous, Kathy. Oh, beautiful healing energy. Calm. Oh, hey, Susie. Fantastic. So what's happened is whether you have been able to focus on it or not, you've activated that part of you that is now beautiful. You've activated that part of you that is now into this manifestation mode. Oh, I love it. Golden energy, ready to receive, peaceful. And it doesn't matter what we do now because we've already lifted up into this energy. I know, it was gorgeous. It was really emotional. I could feel it. Oh no, dragon. Yes. And something for yourself also, Wayne. You know, make sure that you're allowed to focus on yourself, right? That was a little bit different for us, and we had to go through this activation phase for ourselves. But you know, only you can see what your memories were in the past, right? Every foot, a bigger primal foot, a golden spiral, share on top of the spiral, blue light for my light team. Oh, I like it. Yeah, that's okay, perfect. And yes, as you elevate, things can happen. All right, fantastic. Okay, so only you know where you've been before. Gold ring with red border. All right, see myself moving up, and a dragon. Nice, Deborah. You're welcome. Fantastic. Okay, because your body is not used to, so sometimes you might get sensations like dizziness and disorientated and all of that. Your body is not used to being so connected like this, right? So it's not used to it. So it's like, oh, where am I? This is what it feels like. Mattress store, that's awesome. Nice. It's okay, El Marie. Some people can't see. Some people just feel or just imagine them, and that is just the same thing, okay, as it being a reality. Okay, so those connecting meditations, we had to bring ourselves into a alone it felt time team. Good. The warm hands and pulsing is the activations of healing energy throughout your body. And there's healing chakras in your hands, so they may also be activating. So remember, you've never fully brought yourself into alignment, some of you, before. And it can feel even a little bit nauseating at first while your energy gets used to it. New start, amazing. I really did start to feel my body getting hot. Okay, so the activation of heat is good. Pegasus unicorn stomped the earth beside me. I love that one. Gorgeous. I saw the colors purple, reddish, orange. Completely left here a bit. Good. Okay. But remember, you are in your pyramid, so you're safe. Okay. You can feel a little bit nauseous because what you've all done without even realizing it is by imagining yourself in that other dimension and imagining all these amazing things happening to you, you've actually gone there. So it's a little bit hard for your physicality to adjust, but that's where you're heading, right? And yeah, you're going to be vibrating. That's awesome. You're going to be feeling this energy. You're adjusting your vibration. Yes. Okay. So if you're feeling a little bit disorientated, remember, just activate grounding. Just say those words. Activate grounding. Thank you, light team. Boom. Shunk. Or you can imagine, I just said that and I felt it. Refocus my camera, yeah. Well, I hope that doesn't mean you can't see me, because I can see myself really clearly. Yeah, activate your grounding, bring your light team in. Remember, you tell them what you want them to do, and it happens. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right, so what we've done, we have released blockages that were holding us back. We've connected with the earth. We've connected with the universe. We've looked at ourselves and where we've been, and now we've gone up a few rungs, up into this next elevated state of who we are, into manifestation mode. We're here. This is what it feels like. So anything that you've been dealing with before is null and void. As you move into this new energy, now we'll be open to these opportunities coming forward, etc. Okay, hippie, hold the intention of it. So you want to go there, that's all you have to do. Don't worry about seeing anything, that'll come, okay? There you go, Wayne. All right, perfect. Okay. So the power of your mind is where I want to kind of go next and tell you guys a little bit about manifesting things as well. Okay, so you're supposed to just observe. We can see our pain, okay? When we're looking at where we used to be, we can see our pain. It's obvious, or everybody's been through traumatic things, right? And the idea is that we observe ourselves, not pull ourselves into that energy, right? We don't want to be pulled into a sad energy. We want to be observing it. Okay, this happens a lot when you need something to release. So obviously that sadness for where you were or whatever, it had still been within you and it needed to release. All right, so don't focus on where you've been. Focus on that end image of where you want to be. All right, knowing that you've been automatically lifted into that vibration. All right, so observing something and letting the emotions get, yeah, maybe just seeing that dissolve now, because that's not you anymore, right? We've all had terrible trauma that we don't talk about, or that people wouldn't know about as well. And of course, we're going to, when we're observing things, we're going to kind of get that energy, but we need to just make sure that we're just keeping detached, because that's not where we are anymore. It's just showing you how much of a survivor you are to be where you are now, right? And into this next vibration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some stories from myself as well. Yep, I will be turning off the chat again. So we'll come back to question and answers. All right, just remember that everything that you're experiencing is in safety. This is why we did all of the grounding exercises to begin, so that you are completely supported, and so is the earth, in safe energy. So don't let anything come up and, nag at you or bring in a negative vibrations. Try to stay really empowered and just listening to. So firstly, all right, I want to talk to you about creating abundance in itself. And this is a little bit of I'm reading this to you guys. This is from my website. And so here we go. So there are so many life areas where abundance can be had. Most people think of money as the significance of abundance. So I want you to think of all areas of your life where you think there is room for growth, change, and miracles to occur. We all by now might have heard of that, The Secret. You've heard of that Rhonda Byrne in The Secret, which talks about the laws of attraction, many different ones. What we think about, we bring about mostly. And so this really is the answer to so many of life's problems. But if we feel we can change our circumstances or create something for ourselves, we soon start to doubt this is ever going to happen, because we don't see the proof as quickly as we like. So I know a lot of people say, oh, but I've tried that and it hasn't worked, or I've done this and this is not happening, and and it's not doing it, and all that kind of stuff. And we've all been there. Oh no, I've tried all of that. There's key points that are missing. If you cannot manifest, there's key points that are missing. So the problem lies in our own minds. So first we take a problem that we have, whatever that may be, then we pray or we ask for help in some way. So we have a problem, and then we're like, okay, please help me with this problem. Great, we think we've done our jobs, and then lo and behold, we can't stop thinking about the problem. No matter what we do, grind it over and over in our minds until we are just about to explode. And then we stop and we ask again, and this becomes a habit that stops you from having what you really want. Because you're like, where is it? What's going on? What's happening? Nothing's happening. Okay, I need to ask again. Okay, so this is where the problem lies. In gaining things that you are looking for, we pray about the problem, we ask, and then we're hanging on to it. by thinking of ways in which we can possibly fix things, right? Why would we ask for help in solving our problems if we don't, and then allow the energies around us to actually do it? So why would we ask for help if we're not actually accepting it, if we're still trying to control it, is what the message is. This is why some of us have gotten somewhere in our lives and some people struggle. Some are rich, some are poor, have fancy cars, while other people walk, or some people have a perfect house and kids and partners, whatever the situation. The difference between someone who has abundance in their lives and someone who doesn't is gratitude, release, faith, and expectation. These kind of things go together. Very simple, yet we are all guilty of asking for help in some way, hanging on to it, and trying desperately to work out how to fix it. And then saying to ourselves, see, nobody is helping me. Why would they help me? It's only the lucky ones or the special ones that have everything. I'll never have anything like that. And so it becomes your reality. When you don't see a result straight away, you're like, well, I thought so. So there you go. So many people say to me, I try to keep the faith, but I'm going to be kicked out of my place if I don't pay the rent. I really need to pay these bills. I have no money. I'm a student. I don't see it happening anytime soon. And I have to do something. I just want to be happy. I just want to be married. I'm a single parent. Who would want me? Words to that kind of effect. All these kind of questions. And so sometimes, like, I've said these things as well, so I know exactly how people feel, right? But there is a way out of the thought trap. And if you start in little steps, you'll see the blessings take place. And this will encourage you to try more until it becomes a natural part of your life. So if you really want to make positive growth in your life, and you really want the abundance that you're looking for, and if you are not all that keen just now, you can come back when you're ready. So when you're ready to accept abundance, you can come back and do this. But if it doesn't really even have to be a hard process, if you just follow these little steps, you can have miracles in your life. That's why I started my website, Divine Miracles, creating one for yourself, learning how to create yourself, right? That's why I named it, because I was like, create this for yourself. It was about manifesting as well, because there's a funny story about it as well. Okay. Okay, so let me just go through this real quickly. I'm just trying to find this one part here. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about this one little thing, and then I'm going to go back. All right. So in order to demonstrate how expectation works, because these are the steps, as we said: gratitude, release, faith, and expectation. You've got to have all of those things going on. So in expectation, I'll tell you a little bit of story about my success here. So I wanted my own business. I wanted to work from home. I wanted to make enough money to comfortably sustain my family and to help my friends and family wherever I could. At the time, it was 2003. So it was 6 years before I actually started online Divine Miracles. So 2003. I didn't even own a computer. In fact, my sons and I were staying at my best friend's house, as I had recently moved from a whole nother state in Australia. We had no car, we had no furnishings, we had no clothes. All of this was in storage 2 states away, right? And I was relying on the help of other people, which not always good, to bring this back on a truck to me, with barely any money. Like, I had nothing. I'm like, how am I going to get my stuff here? This was all a nightmare. So I was on my friend's couch. So I stayed there. The boys were there. They went back to school and all this kind of stuff. And I wrote one of these lists with what I wanted to achieve. I made a list of things I wanted to achieve. And it included finding a place to live, buying new beds and clothes, washing machine, fridge, all the things you need, all the things that have been taken away. That's a whole nother story. There was a whole lot of stuff that was taken away and some things that I still had that were my own. Anyway, the gist of it was that my kids and I needed to have our own place with little money, and we had to set it all up somehow as well. So I began my list, and I had a list of things, and I put I have. Instead of I want, I put I have. And I included where my dreams of having the perfect partner, my own business, doing email readings was really funny, giving advice to people. And funnily enough, I drew an entire business plan and called my business, you're going to love this, Divine Readings by Rebecca. And this was way before my name became Devine, right? But I even spelled it in the exact way that it is now, right? So I just wrote it on this piece of paper. It's so funny. And I've got it. So it was 4 years before my name changed to Devine. So the universe does have a sense of humor, right? So after writing all my list of things I have, I burnt it, I gave thanks for it, and I felt what it would be like to have all of those things. I imagined telling my kids that we have our own place, we have our car, we have all the items we wanted, and how excited that we were. I imagined having a successful internet business and even writing my own book, which was underway at the time of writing this article. And I felt the joy of it happening. I imagined Christmas without stress. Can you imagine? And how it would feel, right? And after all of this, I actually didn't think about it anymore. I got busy with my life. Soon after, I was in my own place, right across the road from where my friend was. There was a place right across the road. It was so funny. My car came over to me from 2 states away, from a cheaper alternative. My mum's partner was a truck driver and he picked it up for me. It was really cheap. I landed a job working as a tutor at a high school close by, actually where my son went to school, and he'd be like, oh my God, it's mum. He'd be hiding. And I worked at a fitness center at the same time, which was really fun and enjoyable. And I continued for reading for people at home in my spare time. And then I found some paint in the backyard in a shed. And so I painted my whole kitchen. And I was able to get a washing machine, fridge, and a table and chairs, all secondhand, but they looked pretty new to me. And they all came from the same place. Also received a large amount of money right before freaking Christmas, which was a total surprise. I was able to buy the rest of the furnishings and fix up bills that I had and my car and all this kind of stuff and have the best Christmas. So all within 6 months of writing that list, right? But I believe the only way everything came together was by having the list, going through all the steps, expecting that it would take place at the right time, because it's not always when you want it, it's the right time. And not allowing anything else to hinder it. No doubts, no wondering where is it, what's going to happen. I just totally gave up. I just totally gave in to the universe, right? And the doubts can creep up on you, so you have to be really careful about it. And as you know, Divine Miracles is part of that vision. And I've learned how to create websites since then. Remember, I didn't even own a computer. I didn't even know how to copy and paste. But I learned how to create websites, help people in the way that I wanted to do it, and did it all from home. Of course, I'm not rich yet, but I'm on my way. Eventually, I feel I will be. I'll be able to help many more people that way, and that's my goal. And I'm never going to ever doubt it either, So, and that's just one example of miracles that happened to me and my kids And when I was younger, I was homeless for a time. I had nothing but the clothes on my back, like for a while. And there was terrible things that happened at that point in my life also. I don't want you to think that I'm special or somehow, you know, oh, that's Becky, so she's going to get this. No, no way. I've struggled my guts out for absolutely everything with no support. So I get it. I get what situations a lot of you have been in, right? And I also know the power of your mind to switch it all around. And it's the best, I don't know, it's not really revenge or anything, but it's like having a big smile and being happy. It can really irritate some people that were that were hoping that you would fail, right? But not this little duck, okay? So, and then it did require a little bit of work on on having the faith and going through the list, which I will explain. So try little things at first. Remember that you're in that place of receiving now anyway. And keep on charging ahead. Sometimes we don't get what we wanted straight away as well. And because there's always something better and unexpected. So like the job that I was telling you guys, I got this job as a tutor in the high school. I loved it, right? And I had originally applied at the high school for a completely different job. And I didn't get it. I didn't get that job. And I was heartbroken. I was like, oh. And I kept thinking to myself after that, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be, you know? And I sat, within 2 weeks, the high school called me back and offered me a better position with a bit of a larger pay as well and less hours, right? You gotta love that one, right? So I sat in my room that night and I'm like, thank you. You know, thank you over and over again, like with this huge big grin on my face. So if you want to create abundance in your life, no matter how big or small, the universe has no trouble delivering the request, right? It is we humans who doubt that it will happen, and therefore we abandon it before it's even had a chance to get into our hands, right? I hope that everyone who's read this or listened to this is ready to get started, because, you know, just doing this once and for all, right? You have everything to gain. Don't forget that the wording of what you're saying is super important. You can't force someone to be a part of your abundance. So you can't say, for example, as it says here, if you like someone, you can't say, I have this person in my life. You can't say that, because that is directly against their own, you know, free will, right? You can't do that. So, and it can also be a potential disaster, because you're forcing something to happen. And it probably wouldn't happen anyway because of that, right? Everything has to be for the highest good of all concerned when you're creating abundance. Everything for everybody's highest good. That's always a really good thing. So sometimes it can take a little bit longer than others for things to come into fruition. Sometimes it can take a long time and suddenly you're here. Like me wanting to have the perfect partner might have meant that I go through all of these lessons before I finally get to the blessing, which is Bobby sitting in the other room, which he's like grinning now, right? So you go through all these lessons because you think, oh, it might be that, or it might be that, or it might, instead of allowing it to come right into your life, right? And so that's what ends up happening. So the steps here that we've got to go through is being super grateful. So you're grateful for, you're making a list of everything around you that you're super grateful for. You know, things that you've been given, things that you have already, your hair, your skin, your eyes, your teeth, your face, whatever it is, because a lot of people don't like anything about themselves. We've got to get ourselves to a point of acceptance as well. Oh, there's a robin outside the window. Oh, it's a cardinal. It was a cardinal. A real little one. Oh, that's so cute. So being grateful for all your things. Sometimes your list is super long in this gratitude. And you make the list and you read it out loud, and, you know, thanking the universe for all of these things. It's a very big part of the abundance, because you've got to, when you're grateful for things, then you have more things to be grateful for. The second part is releasing it as well, like we said. So releasing, so by the time you've written your list of things to be grateful for, and you should keep adding to that list as you go along, as you think of things as well. The release process will entail yet another list, but it's a fun part. On the list, you write all the things that you want to manifest in your life, but you don't title it a wish list or what I want or anything like that. You're titling this list I have, right? And creating all the things that you have. So you have the wealth to support yourself, your friends, your family. This is wealth that will never run out. I have a fit and healthy body, and I maintain the perfect weight. I have the perfect partner. I have an awesome business that's attracting fantastic customers. I have a fantastic home, which is full of the latest furnishings and decor, if that's what you want. I have an easy way forward. I have plenty of opportunities. I have easily manifested whatever it is that I need, blah, blah, blah. So you have all the things like this. So you already see it in the now, because the universe is listening to what you're saying, is listening to the words that come out of your mouth, is listening to these things, and it's creating it. So you don't want to say, well, I want that one day, because that's exactly what will happen, right? So you want it now. You also have to be aware that sometimes when something comes forward in your life, like something major happens, that it does affect other people around you as well. And you can't be worried about that. You always have to hold the intention that everything that you're doing is from a loving place, not from a greedy place or from a place where you're going to just abandon everybody. Or it's not about that. It's just about you accepting who you really are, what you can do, and how amazing everything is in life around you, and sharing that with others. And parents, especially if you're a parent and you are able to work on your manifestation, and you're working on yourself, and you're empowering yourself and strengthening yourself, this is what changes your kids. This is what brings them into that new vibration. Not you trying to do it all for them and fix them, and oh, they're still playing the PlayStation and panicking about gaming and that. Most kids are like 10 years behind what we were. So you got to let it go. And just let them learn by your example, not from so much from what you're saying, because it just doesn't work. You know, they're not listening. So show them with your vibration, because that's what they pick up on, right? So anyway, so on the have list, you can put anything on there and then be thankful for it, imagining yourself with those things. Now, we've already done this. We've built ourselves a platform that you can go back to whenever you feel like you're sinking in some way. So we've built ourselves into that platform, into our new reality already. Like we've done all this at the start, right? So it's only going to amplify from here. And I'm excited. Right. One thing that you can do is read your entire list to the universe, right? Just don't do it when, just don't, make sure you got clothes on when you do that. I don't say that because I read somewhere, oh, you got to be sky clad, which is like no clothes on, and full moon, and then say all of this stuff. And I'm like, I was doing it and running around the yard, and someone was next door. They were awake, and I'm like, race inside. This was years ago, you know. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even need to do that part. I was trying everything, right? So it was funny. So you take it out, you burn it, you ask for the energies around, you ask for the universe, take care of it. Now, certain things will come almost immediately. There will be things you're just going to be blown away. Okay, when you get this all into gear, don't overthink it. Don't overstress it. Don't over worry about it. Just do the steps and let it go. Do the steps, let it go. Do the steps, let it go. If you're starting to bring yourself back into, okay, do the steps again and then let it go, right? Make yourself feel better, strengthen yourself, bring yourself into that vibration and let it go again, right? And then you have faith. Faith for me is extremely easy to have. It's something that I've always had in people. I've always had trust in people, probably more than I should have. And, faith that everything is going to be okay. And also, like, there's always someone in a worse situation. So those things have always been there. Faith for me is super easy. Sometimes there's fear involved. Like, we get into a fearful situation, but it doesn't take away from our faith, right? And so it's not talking about religion either, just having faith. Your faith is what is going to seal the deal. The faith is everything is going to happen in the right timing. It's not an easy task, right? It's not easy to do it, but it is. At the same time, as soon as you doubt the process of anything that you've done today, anything that you've been working on with your manifestation, anything with your abilities, doubting a process, doubting that it's happening, doubting that you've got it, can't see nothing, can't hear it, I can't do it, I can't. Anytime you do that, you break the connection. So you sabotage yourself because there's other issues going on. If that's what you always think, that you can't do it, then there's other issues that are going on, right, within you. And you can get past those as well. Whoops. So as soon as you doubt the process, you cancel your work. You don't want to do that, right? So the simple thing to do is when you start doubting, when the words are coming out of your mouth that are, negative in some way, that you say, I cancel that thought. I'm canceling that thought. And you're away again. I've addressed the fact that I'm starting to get worried about this, or I'm getting negative or whatever. I'm just going to cancel that. Nope, it's not going to win. Okay, and you go back to it. So if you ask, for example, to become a millionaire, obviously in most cases, this is not going to happen to you immediately. However, it doesn't mean it will never happen. But I'm telling you now, I've seen things happen like that. Someone did a manifestation session with me one time a few years ago, and they actually won the lottery that week. And oh my God, like, can you imagine? So to win something like the lottery, for example, you have to have in your mind, without a shadow of a doubt, not a shadow of a doubt, that you would lose. You have to trust your intuition when to buy it. You have to sit there like there's no doubt in your mind that you are going to lose. If you feel like you're going to lose, you will. That's just how it works. And that's what we all think. Oh, well, we're going to be in it to win it. But we all think that way, right? That there are some people who are really good at this, and they don't have a doubt in their mind that they will lose, that they will win. They're just like, I'm just going to win and that's it. And they do it. And they win at the pokies and the casino and whatever it is that they go into, they win. Right? Because they don't see anything less than that. Like a person who's completely successful, they don't sit there thinking, I wonder if I'm successful. I wonder if I'm going to continue to be successful or any of that. They're just like, I'm successful. I'm going to keep on going. That's it. There's nothing that's going to stop me. Because as you're manifesting things in your life, there are people, and this is true for your spiritual path as well. There are people that are going to try to block the way forward and distract you with their drama. And it's going to trigger you into old behavior, as you're going through these things. It's going to trigger you into old behavior. So, you've got to watch for that and stand firm and get yourself back on your path again. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, what they're going to think or anything, It really doesn't. You can't let that stop you from anything, because I always say that, and you've probably heard me say it 1,000 times, you can be a big fat piece of chocolate and somebody won't like chocolate. So you've got to just do these things regardless, because not everyone's going to mesh with you, and that's cool. Whatever. You've got to do what you want to do. And you don't let all these doubts, worries, and fears control you, even when you're manifesting things. So feeling a manifestation as already occurring in your life, and also going through a scenario in your mind of that taking place, is also super powerful for you as well. So for example, okay, so say for example, this is the day that you're going to get a phone call, all your debt is wiped clean. Let's just say. What are you doing on that day? Okay, so you're just sitting there, you're having your morning coffee, you might be having something to eat, you might just be ready to go for your walk or something, and then the phone rings and you're like, okay, I'm just going to answer the phone right now before I go anywhere. And you see yourself sitting down and you're taking the phone call, and someone says to you, okay, you have just got such and such amount of money. Just for example, this is just an example. And you're like, oh my God, what? Really? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So who are you going to tell? Who is the first person? After you know that this is a for real phone call, that there's money in the account and all kinds of stuff is going on, and you're like, oh my God. So this is a for real phone call. This is not fake. You got to think to yourself, who am I going to tell? Probably not many people, right? Because suddenly you've got a lot of friends if you've got things, right? So you're going to be like, no, I'm just going to tell the kids, or I'm going to tell my husband, or just one person or something, right? And that's what I'm going to do. So then you picture yourself off the phone, running around, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, have a shower, whatever you got to do, like you're getting organized, you're getting yourself chilled out. And then who you're talking to, and you're like, listen, this is happening, this is it. How would you feel? Like, what are you going to do? Now, these are the meditations that you need to take yourself through, of actually receiving news that whatever it is that you're after is happening, or someone's going to give you a bonus, or someone just gives you some money at the end of their life or something, and you're just like, this is coming out of nowhere. You don't know where the abundance of the universe is going to drop into your life from, but you're just open, and because you're open, you are going to see things happen. So the biggest thing that people do to block their manifestation is have this nagging doubt in their mind that it won't happen to them. And they feel like they're blocked. Something's blocked me. You know, I've blocked. No, you've blocked yourself, basically. There's a lot of stuff from past lives. I get that. And sometimes people want to put their spells and curses upon us or whatever. But we can easily break that, because that's just energy. So we can easily get rid of energy, right? And so really there's nothing holding us back except our own limitation in our own mind, right? Our own limitations in our mind is the thing that stops us. And so you have the power of your mind. The blockages happen when you doubt and when you are angry with yourself, or you haven't healed aspects of yourself. You've got to work through all of these issues of worthiness as well. Releasing the contracts that prevent your abundance, which is what we've done in the beginning. Declarations. We made these declarations. Make your own. As a sovereign being of light, I hereby ask what you want, whatever it is that you want, and so it is. There's a declaration. It's a vow. It's strong. It's powerful. Saying it 3 times puts an enchantment into the energy as well. So deciding what you want, use your imagination, make it limitless. Don't say, I want 1 million, because you might get 10. Now you're only going to get 1. Make it limitless, right? And it's not greedy to have things, because your heart's coming from a place of giving. What's greedy is if people keep it all to themselves and do nothing good with it. And we all know people like that as well. And we're like, if I had that money, this is what I would do. So that's what you will do, right? You'll be using it wisely, right? And giving it, and finally being able to relax, okay? Because that's a lot of people's problem. I don't want to go in my own business because what if it doesn't make any money? Or where am I going to make most money? We're all talking about it all the time. And the thing is, if you go into something with the attitude of failure, then that's what you'll get as well. You want to go in with an attitude of ease. It's easy, it's taken care of, you know, and if anything's blocking it, I need to check what I've been thinking or what I've been doing. Really address those fears, really address the fear that I might have about this, and look at it in a different way. Be grateful, you know, be grateful for all the things you already have. Remember how far you've come. You're using these steps to manifestation. I'm telling you, it's got no choice but to win for you, right? It starts working. So let me just see. Right now, I'm just going to put the chat back on. Okay, I know we've gone through a lot of information just now. So if you have questions about manifesting, okay, now's the time. So I'm just going to put my chat back on so I can see you. Okay. I've been perfect, Shanna. All right. Oh, Bobby fail safe. If we went to manifest a job, do we have to take it? If we if we want to manifest a job, do we have to take it? Is that what you meant, Kathy? If you want to manifest a job date, oh, do you have to take it? No. Oh, no, you've got a good bassist. I'm just a mess around bassist. One day we'll do a thing together. We'll be singing. Lol. Okay, so I'm trying to guess what you. Yeah, the divinals. Okay. If you're late, you may have to just watch the replay because this is, do you need to declare by a certain date? No. That one can be tricky because you don't want to, it could come sooner. So you don't want to do that. And the energies all have to work around a certain date. So just leave it, you know, as soon as you can or whenever possible or whatever. The Diviners would be a great band. It's already been taken. I have had a lot of high pitches. Can you say this by a certain date will happen and happens by then? No, with asking for certain dates, you can miss things. And it may not be relevant for everybody for it to happen on that date. You're just going to have to be super open, right? You're going to have to be really open about what you're receiving. So if someone has told us over and over that nothing will be handed to us, someone said that I needed to do that. Okay, sorry guys, if your questions are way long, I can't see them because they're going up way quick. So Nancy, if you could just repeat that, I'm going to try to hold my finger on it, something. Yeah. No, angels and guides. Yeah. At times I'm nervous to manifest because I don't want to go against God's will. How can you go against God's will, Jamie? What better way to show God working in your life than to be completely abundant? That's what God wants for us. Complete happiness, no matter what way that comes in. No, you shouldn't consider cost. Okay. All right, just a second, everybody. No, it's not about cost because that's a limitation. It's just about asking for things in the right way. Say something like, I'm grateful for the home that we have that's perfect for us in Florida or wherever it was. Grateful for the home that we have in Florida. It's better than we think. Something like that. Okay. So the steps are gratitude, release, faith, and expectation. Those are the steps. Gratitude, release, faith, and expectation. No, people are the only ones that think in terms of poverty, right? And people in hierarchies. Of course, Nancy, that's a learnt, a forceful, learnt old paradigm, and we've all been told that you must work hard for everything that you have or you're just not going to have it. That's a load of crap, right? We will work hard and it will be a lot easier for us because we want to do that. And then we're going to be able to give to many more people, right? And help many more people. So all of that is, if you were listening from the beginning, that's already been blocked away from you. Hang on. I should not ask about a specific number. Yeah, because imagine that you asked for an increase in clients or something and you got about 400 people that week. You can't do it. So you have to do it. You're asking for abundance to come in all different ways, not just from having clients come in and extra work. You know what I mean? It's got to come in all different ways. And so you're open to it coming in all days. So for me, I don't want to ask the universe for more clients. So let me say it like this. Say, for example, I asked for an increase in a big, massive increase in money, and everybody came forward for a reading. There's no way in hell I could do 1,000 readings in a week, right? So you don't have to get your money for working for it or an increase for working for it. There's other ways in which money can come to you, and you have to be open to all ways, right? Yeah, forget that curse, Nancy. Forget that anymore. That's gone. Right? So when you're manifesting things, just be open to more. Good. Opening to being it in just the right way, in just the right time, and open it to being an easy way of coming forward, not where you're going to have to be scrambling, being ready, right? Exactly. Yeah, making sense, because you can't, there's no way. Like, I used to think, oh God, nobody's coming to Divine Miracles. What's going to happen? Okay, I'm going to manifest more people. And it became ridiculous. And I was doing free readings at the time and it became ridiculous, No, we don't want to limit ourselves at all. That's it. The universe is limitless, people. The only people that are limiting are us, right? So one, you've got to get right with the fact that you deserve it, that you're worth it, and that you're going to do good things with it, right? And two, that it can come in any way it wants to, not just what you're thinking, right? Being open. Good. I'm so glad that you guys are getting it. That's it. Be open to abundance coming in all ways, not just from work or from an inheritance. Oh my God. I've pulled out imaginary money from all kinds of places, like just out of the blue. And then there's been times where there's nothing and it's like, well, where is everybody? And it's like the universe is saying, well, didn't you say you wanted to have a break? And I'm like, I'm like cracking up, right? This or something better. I want this or something better. This and more, says Dana. I love it. But the idea, yeah, that's it. The idea is what doing is part of your life every day. Well, you just forget about what you don't want and you keep on focusing on an easy way forward out of it. Like, this is a way forward out of it. Okay, El Marie, ask your light team that are right next to you to cleanse and clear this area. Right? Cleanse and clear your throat out. There could be a message that you need to give, or someone needs to give you a message and you may need to just listen for a moment. Right? Yeah. And they get it. You guys get it. Time to be grateful, put out there with love, light, without judgment, surrender to the faith with love, no doubt. Exactly. Yay. I'm not saying it's easy. Right? I'm not saying that it's an easy process, because we have to filter through our, doubts, our worries, our concerns, our issues, right? But once we've done that, you don't have to even ask anymore. You have an expectation of everything being taken care of. It will come in the right time. It'll move forward quickly. I'm moving forward easily. I don't, you know, if everything's around you is miserable, you're going to have to look at things that you're grateful for in that anyway. I know that's hard. Believe me, I lived in a Salvation Army clothing bin as a teenager. I know that there's not much around there to be grateful for except for I'm out of the rain and no one else could actually fit in there but me. Right? So, yeah, coming to the place of love. Good. Right. Yes. Right. So that's it, you guys. Things are always working out for me. Nice one, Amanda. I know that too well. That's right, Brenda. I know, Brenda, that you're in a situation where your daughter has, you know, multiple issues, etc. And you're always wanting to see her heal from it. But this is also something that she also has to agree to too. And you have to visualize her in wellness and forget about the details, you know. Forget about all of the details of the whole thing and that you have to fix it or that you have to do it or that you have to be there. It's all you. It's no. You have to remember that you're doing the best job that you can. She's got the best parents for herself. That's what she chose. She chose you guys as parents. You're doing everything right. So stop beating yourself up because that's not helping her. Just keep on visualizing and doing what you're doing, remembering that she's learning and growing and changing and shifting all the time. And thank you for whoever sent the $9.99. Thank you. That's lovely. Thank you, guys. So yeah. So if you have any more questions, remembering we did the oh, awesome. Thanks, Jana. Sending out love to you too. And I hope that you're all good. How can I help her understand how to accept it? Just understand one thing, Brenda, that your daughter already knows. She knows a hell of a lot more than she lets on, right? She knows a lot. Just trust the angels working with her. Just trust that you're doing everything one day at a time in the right way. And she'll eventually just shift. Right? She's got to go through her own things in her own way and understand it in her own way as well. And she'll eventually shift. But you're really hard on yourself. I know that. You know, because most mums are, right? Most parents in general, super hard on themselves. And this feeling of you not doing enough is kind of like, you know, it's not freeing anybody. And you deserve better and everybody does, right? Yeah, so thank you guys for actually hanging in here and listening. I still want to take some of your questions about manifesting, spiritual advice as well. Remembering that you guys have had the activations, you're up into that next phase now. So if you didn't get that part of it, make sure you go back to the beginning of the recording when we were doing the activations, because we've already left that behind and jump-started you a fair bit. Yeah. I know, right? The time just went. That's what always ends up happening. But when we do the big webinars, they're about 3.5 hours long. Like, it's full on. But I'm thanking each and every one of you for being here. If you still have a couple more questions, I can hang about for a minute for you guys. I hope that it was helpful for you to understand the mechanics of manifesting. Even the 3 hour... I know they do, don't they, Katie? Oh my God. So if someone is sending you bad juju, you just need to protect yourself. Yeah, and dissolve the energy with love and forgiveness. That's it. Get your light team on it. If someone's sending it... Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Elaine. And thank you all for being here. Oh, thanks, Dana. Yep. And we're all a work in progress, you know. One day you will see the manifestation. You'll see the manifestation bit by bit throughout life already that you've seen with me. Love you too, Ophelia. Yeah, we're all doing the love and light for the riots to stop. It will stop. So for the expectations, give an example. So when you ask for something, you know, and you're manifesting something, that you have an expectation that it's actually going to occur. You don't have any doubt in your mind that it's not, you know, it's going to happen. You just have an expectation of the universe taking care of it. And exactly, Amanda. You just make sure that you have an expectation of nothing other than what is needed taking place, the manifestation happening. It's all taken care of. And if you can do that expectation part instead of having an expectation of failure, then you will change everything over. Thank you very much. No, this is just a quick free webinar for everyone, Janet. And the 3.5 hour ones coming up on the 20th of June for everybody is on angels and guides. So it's going to be quite huge as well. How did you manifest your spiritual coaching? Well, I just didn't. I just kept on going with it. I didn't take no for an answer. I was just like, this is what I'm doing, and it started happening. You know, and I've worked really hard on myself as well to bring myself into that vibration, so I didn't sabotage anything either. You can sabotage stuff with your own self-doubt. Well, anything works well. With manifestation, I found getting ourselves in a higher vibration is selenite. There's certain ones that you can use specifically for manifestation, but something that brings you into that higher vibration, selenite, clear quartz. Okay. Well, you can only manifest the wrong things if you are negatively thinking about something. So that's the wrong things to have, because the universe and you as a soul have already created what you're going to have, right? And even more than that is available to you. So if you're focusing on positivity, that's all you're going to receive, right? That's all you're going to receive. But I had a feeling about you guys, Candy and Shanna. I had a feeling that you guys would be really good friends. I'm a sovereign being of light, and I hereby declare whatever it is that you want, okay, cleansing and clearing away anything that you don't need, and that you're declaring that your light team are dissolving that energy with love and forgiveness and asking for what you want in that way, and then saying, and so it is. Fantastic. Okay. All right, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this mini webinar. It was just a little insight into manifesting and how I kind of go about my teaching. We have done the activations and stuff. Go back to the start of the webinar if you've missed out on something, and just go through that process again, and nice and slowly for yourself, so you can pause it or whatever. It's okay, don't worry, Brenda. And I really appreciate all of you for being here. I will do more free ones for us all as we go along. And make sure that you're just focusing on everything being positive around you, of course. And that's what you're going to start to generate naturally. And I really appreciate all of you. And until the next time, I guess I'll go for now. And lots of love. Many, many blessings to all of you. And you're all in my thoughts and prayers, of course. And bye for now. Bye, guys.